What do we do with these?
I've got mine too. Te tiro. We'll have a practice run.
Oh, yes, thank goodness.
Kia ora koutou katoa. Ni hao, talofa lava, ma loelelei, konnichiwa. No mai haere mai koutou to distinguished guests, friends, whānau, and graduands. Welcome to Massey University graduation. For those of you graduating today, well done. You've made it ka rawe. For those supporting our graduates, you've made it also. Found your car park, found your seat. Nice work.
What's he looking at?
Your personal journey to graduation has taken time, dedication, and determination, all of which you've applied throughout your time at Massey. It is something you should be very proud of. A qualification from Massey University is recognised and respected all over the world. But don't just take it from me. Esteemed guests, let me introduce you to Jeremy Corbett.
Well, thanks for having me. Massey's community of graduates, or alumni, as I like to say because I'm Latin, extends to more than 154,000 past students in over 150 countries. Our alumni office will keep you connected with the university after you graduate. They've got news, updates, professional development opportunities and exclusive invitations to networking functions. Visit alumnionline.massey.ac.nz to register. Don't be a stranger.
Sweet. Now some of you might have been here before, so you know what to expect. But for the rest of you, pay close attention and we'll run you through what you need to know. Now for some housekeeping before we start. Please ensure all mobile phones are on silent and your camera flash is turned off for the duration of the ceremony. You don't want to be that person.
My bad. Sorry.
Our team are on hand if you need help at any point during today's ceremony. Wharepaku or toilets are located in the venue's foyer. Head to the closest store and the ushers can direct you. You'll find water, first aid kits and spare masks in the foyer.
In the event of an emergency, please keep calm. Follow the calm directions of the venue and the calm Massey staff and make your calm way towards the exit. Calmly.
Be mindful of those around you, and if you need assistance, our team are there to help. Okay, now that we've got that out of the way, we can get into the ceremony formalities. You'll be asked to stand while the official and academic processions enter the room and head to their seats on the stage. I'll take you through that setup later. But first, let's make sure you're dressed correctly and ready to go. If you're receiving a diploma or certificate, you'll be wearing a gown with a stole that sits straight down the front of your gown with the university coat of arms facing out. If you're receiving your postgraduate certificate or diploma, you will have a stole, gown, and are entitled to wear a trencher in recognition of your prior qualification. Bachelors and masters, you will also have a gown, but with a coloured hood and a trencher. Yes, that portai you are holding, it's called a trencher. But don't put it on your head yet. You put that on when you graduate. Remember, you're still a graduand. Your hood goes over your shoulders with the coloured satin against your back. If you're holding a bonnet like I am, you'll be receiving a doctorate, and this isn't your first rodeo. Your hood is all satin with red on the outside and blue on the inside. The red should be facing straight down the front of your gown. We welcome all cultural garments to be worn with pride across the stage. Those with korowai and Pacific cloaks. These are worn over your gown with the hood draped over top. Whakarongo mai, listen up. This is very important photo information. Your hood should be up on your shoulders when crossing the stage and not sliding down around your arms.
Don't worry, we have ushers who will ensure your regalia is sitting correctly and you're looking fabulous just before you cross the stage. And if you realise there's something missing from your regalia set, please let one of the Massey staff know as soon as you can. It's okay, there's still time. Calm.
Let's have a meet your neighbour moment. Turn to your left or right and say hi to your neighbour. Check they've got all their regalia on correctly. Now that we know you look the part, let's talk about the stage. The first two rows are the people running the show. That's the Chancellor, Pro-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, Deputy Vice-Chancellors, and the senior leadership team, followed by our council members and college academics who will be calling your names. The rows behind are filled with the people who helped get you here, your lecturers, tutors, and supervisors. Our venues are also equipped with hearing loops. Okay, it's time to walk the walk. When it's your turn to cross the stage, your full name will be called. It's really important you're in the right seat. The seat number on your ticket and your seat allocation is the order in which you'll be called to cross the stage. Now's your chance to check you're in the right seat. Once you know you're in the right seat, let's get ready for your call. Bachelors and Masters, hold your trencher in your left hand and not your right. You'll need that one to shake the Chancellor's hand later. When your name is called, leave everything else on your seats. Unless you're getting your PhD, in which case you'll be joining the academics on the stage. Walk, don't run, towards the Chancellor who is poised to shake your hand. The Chancellor has to shake a lot of hands today, so take it easy on them. If you don't wish to shake hands, please walk towards the Chancellor with your right hand on your left shoulder. When you reach the Chancellor, they'll doff you with a special doffing cap. Smile. Your official photograph will be taken. Take your time crossing the stage. This is a happy moment, your happy moment. All those late nights, stress deadlines, group assignments, they're all behind you. You can now put your trencher on. You are no longer a graduate. Nope. You have officially graduated.
Oh my gosh. I'm so proud.
Before you leave the stage, you'll be handed your qualification, your tohu. Embrace your well-deserved cheering and applause. Then head back to your seat to return the favour for your friends. Last but not least, to your friends, whānau, ainga and family who have supported you through this journey. It's your moment too. When your graduate crosses the stage, stand up, cheer and applaud. We encourage you to waiata, haka, bese and honour your graduate. Let's all celebrate together, make some noise. Once again, congratulations. Today is a celebration of your academic success. We hope today you feel an enormous sense of pride and satisfaction in what you've achieved, and excitement for your future aspirations.
E tū ki tō kei o te waka, kia pākia koe e ngā ngaru o te wā. Stand at the stern of the waka and feel the spray of the future biting at your face.
Haere mai rā ngā tauira, kua eke mai nei ki runga I te taumata e. Kawea mai rā ngā pare kawa kawa o te unga mate kua ngaro I te pō. Haere mai rā ki te kaupapa e. Ko te mātou ranga te matapi'i o te rangi e. Waka eke mai rā ngā kākau o ngā wānau. Waka eke mai rā e. Haere mai rā ki te kūnenga ki Pūrehuroa, tēnei e waka tau atu nei e. E tūra te pauware, e awhi nei, e manaki nei, te puawaitanga o tō tātou tikanga e.
Tēnā koutou katoa, he mihi tino mahana. Warm greetings to you all gathered here today. I declare this congregation to be in session, and I invite you to remain standing and join with us in singing the University Wāta. Please be seated. Nō mai, haere mai, ki tēnei hui a te kunenga ki Pūrehoroa I tēnei rā. Vice-Chancellor, members of the University Council, the university community, the Manawatū Campus Graduation Committee, distinguished guests, graduands and whānau. My name is Ben van der Kolk and I'm the Pro-Chancellor of Te Kupinga ki Pūrehoroa Massey University Council. I am part of a group responsible for overseeing the university governance, and I have the great pleasure of presiding over today's ceremony. I want to extend my thanks to everyone involved in putting this ceremony together. It feels even more important to be together today when we reflect on the past 2 years when that was not always possible. It is my great privilege to be with you today in person, and in person to warmly welcome you to the 10th and the final of 10 glorious ceremonies here in Palmerston North. For 95 years, Te Kunga ki Pūrehoroa Massey University has played a fundamental role in the development and the advancement of Aotearoa New Zealand's economic and cultural landscape. Through a combination of research and teaching, we strive to make significant change by seeking knowledge to answer the real problems impacting on our world. One of the most important ways we can continue to achieve our commitment to making a difference is through our tauira, our students. By supporting their ambitions, we play a role in helping students set a course for strong and influential futures, being strong and influential citizens while we weave together and build a better future for New Zealand and the world. Now this week, Massey University is awarding qualifications to a total of 1,734 graduands and graduates. At this ceremony, which includes College of Health and College of Humanities and Social Sciences, a total of 145 graduates who have already had their qualifications conferred will cross this our stage. And there are also 124 in absentia students who we shall not forget. Today is a celebration of academic success, and while it is all about you, it is also about your families and your friends who have helped and carry you through this part of your life with the support and encouragement that you have had and have benefited from along the way. To those of you in the audience here, we acknowledge the success of you and we acknowledge the contribution and success of your loved ones. I urge you not to hold back in your applause and your celebration and acknowledge each and every one of them as they come across the stage. Being the 10th ceremony at the end of a long week of graduations and very glorious week it's been, there's no reason to let the energy disappear. So let's make it rousing for everyone in our 10th ceremony. To those of you who are preparing to receive your parchment and accept it, I encourage you to reflect on the magnitude of the moment that you're in. This achievement comes from your sacrifices and your hardships, your triumphs and your successes, with all these experiences shaping who you are and shaping who you will be in the future. As Pro-Chancellor, I welcome you to our Massey alumni whānau and hope through the many connections that it offers, the ones you've already made and the ones you'll make in the future, your careers will be supported and your lives will be enhanced. Congratulations once more on achieving your qualifications, and please know that as you cross the stage, it symbolises not an end, but a beginning to a future of your choosing. Kia kaha, kia toa, kia rite, be strong, be brave, be ready. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou katoa. Now, by the authority of the Council of Massey University, I, Ben van der Kolk, Pro-Chancellor, will now award the certificates and diplomas and confer the degrees on those to be presented and those in absentia. Associate Professor Christina Severinson, Associate Professor of Public Health from the School of Health Sciences, will call the names of graduates and recipients of certificates and diplomas in the College of Health. Professor Jill McCutcheon, Pro-Vice Chancellor, College of Health, will hand out the programs.
Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation and the degree of Bachelor of Health Science the graduates I am about to name. Tara Wikiana Gypsy Easton. Monique Isabel Garnett. Mirren Anne Giblin, Massey Scholar. Fiona Asainatha Kavu Kaiwai. Harwinder Kaur. Valerie Tina Maria Layan. Christine Lee Nation. Cassie Ann Pui. Jean Stewart. India Mary Sturzaka. Timothy John Welsh. Peyton Abigail Whenuaroa. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Nursing the graduates I am about to name. Alexandra Louise Anderson. Tyler Valerie Baker. Louise Joy Clifton. Mary Grace Corrigan. Alicia Mary Jane Cram. Jasmine Kate Dolke Drummond. Joyliz Manzon de Leon. Beatrice Andrea Lumond de los Reyes. China Rose Dykstra. Stephanie Diane Farrell, Massey Scholar. Maya Lauren Finlay. Gillian Samantha Hammer Green. Grace Olivia Grieg. Zoe Christiane Harrell. Yan Ing Huo. Maddie Kadami. Jessica Alice Kean. Stevie J. Kelly. Anya Marama Milne. Tiana Rose Oliver. Georgia Kate Palmer. Bailey Rose Rustin. Margot Ellison Smith. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Science the graduates I am about to name. Alireza Azapikan. Caitlin Rose Deland. Fiona Victoria Wallace. Emma Rose Weir. Sydney Lauren Wilkins. Shin Yao Yu. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Social Work the graduates I am about to name. Mackenzie Arapita Anderson. Sandra Louise Blackledge, First Class Honours. Samantha Emily Davis. Christina Rosales Jonishaw. Suluama Fioanati. Linda Lauren Holster. Alana Ann Kearney, First Class Honours, Massey Scholar. Lisa Therese Rayner Strong, First Class Honours. Ruby Kate Scott. Siluete Maile Vai. Sarah Elizabeth White. Joanna Louise Wood, First Class Honours. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Bachelor of Sport and Exercise the graduates I'm about to name. Craig John Arnold. Shakoda Renee Cox. Paige Rose Cutler. Leilani Caitlin Gunter. Sophie Elizabeth Harris Broad. Georgia Beth Kibble-White. Sarah Ann Munn. Amy Smith. Bree Michelle White. Tennille Mary Margaret Woods. Caleb James Brian Young. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the postgraduate diploma in health science the candidate I'm about to name. May Laney Novencido de Sala. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the postgraduate diploma in nursing the candidates I'm about to name. Lydia Alberget with distinction. Christine Dorothy Flor-de-Lis Sanchez with distinction. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the postgraduate diploma in social service supervision the candidate I'm about to name. Nicola Ruth Rees with distinction. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Applied Social Work the graduates I'm about to name. Michelle Kerry Jackson, First Class Honours. Katie Joy McNeil. Nicola Marie Sisson. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Clinical Practice Nursing the graduate I am about to name, Campbell Byrne Thompson. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Health Science the graduates I am about to name, Joshua Bowmer. Robert James Buckland with distinction. Samantha Chapman. Cara Maria Layton with distinction. Vanessa Courtney Rosenberg with distinction. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Nursing the graduates I am about to name, Christina Maria Emerson. Catherine Suana Latai Lakipa Tua Akalo. Lino Varghese. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Public Health the graduate I am about to name, Dagan Sherlam William Egar with distinction. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Social Work the graduate I am about to name, Kim Louise Simpson with distinction. Pro-Chancellor, the degrees are also confirmed and the certificates and diplomas are also awarded to those who are in absentia. Thank you, Pro-Chancellor.
We will now proceed with the conferment of the degree of Doctor of Education, honoris causa. Associate Professor Alison Kearney will read the citation for the award of the degree of Doctor of Education, honoris causa.
Pro-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, tēnā koutou katoa. Iqbal Manzoor Haque, or usually known as Bali Haque, is an influential educational leader, executive, director, trustee, and community advocate whose advocacy for and material contributions to the cause of children's schooling across many decades are recognised throughout Aotearoa, New Zealand. As a critically engaged public intellectual, he has made numerous insightful contributions to policy and civil society debates on curriculum, assessment, teaching, and the achievement of greater equity through state schooling. Born in Pakistan and brought up in London in the 1960s, Bali found schooling a challenging experience because of the racism he experienced as one of the first wave of brown Commonwealth migrants. After completing secondary school, he took a Bachelor of Science degree in economics with honours at Hull University, followed by a graduate teaching qualification in London. Bali taught at Spotswood College, Taranaki, in 1976 and 1977, and returned to New Zealand permanently in 1982, again at Spotswood College, first as HOD Commerce for 5 years, and then as Deputy Principal for a further 3 years. Between 1991 and 2006, Bali was principal of 3 secondary schools, Decile 5, Tamatea High School, Napier, Decile 7, Rosehill College in Papakura, and Decile 9, Papakura College in Auckland, which at the time had a roll of 2,200 students and 180 staff. In 2022, a new flexible learning space at Papakura College, at Pakuranga College was named the Hark Building in recognition of his contribution during his time as principal. Bali was one of the first generation of chief executive school principals who emerged from the Watershed Tomorrow's Schools reforms. In 1995, Bali completed a part-time Master of Educational Administration degree with honours through Massey University's extramural postgraduate program in Educational Leadership and Management. Bali was a member of the executive of the NZPPTA, the Post-Primary Teachers Association. For 8 years, he was on the executive of SPANZ, the Secondary Principals Association of New Zealand. He was president of SPANZ in 2003 to 2004. In 2005, he received a SPANZ Service to Education Award. As a principal, Bali also contributed to several Ministry of Education advisory panels and policy initiatives. Between 2006 and 2011, Bali was Deputy Chief Executive of the New Zealand Qualifications Authority, NZQA, with a specific responsibility for the National Certificate of Educational Achievement, NCEA, the standards-based National Senior Secondary School assessment system that was introduced progressively from 2001. In 2006, widespread concern about the integrity of the qualification and its assessment led to a State Services Commission review and an overhaul of NCEA, initiated by the new Minister of Education, the Honourable Steve Mahari. Bali was responsible for leading a complex program of changes, including a complete rewrite of all the achievement standards by 2012, a national system of moderation of sampling and moderation of teachers' graded work, the establishment of a bank of exemplars to help benchmark internally assessed standards, the introduction of merit and excellence endorsements at each level and in each subject, the establishment of a personal New Zealand record of achievement for all learners, and the training of exam setters and markers, alongside changed examination grading guidelines and a standard marking scale. In his major 2014 commentary on schooling policy and reform initiatives in Aotearoa, New Zealand, called Changing Our Secondary Schools, published by NZCER Press, Bali provided a characteristically balanced and dispassionate analysis of the genesis and reform of the NCEA from 2001 to 2012. Others have since commented on his profound ethic of public service and his courageous personal leadership qualities in ensuring that the credibility and utility of NCEA were restored to families, politicians, professional associations and principals, heads of departments, and subject teachers in schools. Yet, as Bali himself observed, even though NCEA is now well established as the national qualification, it is clear that it did not have a happy start, and by 2006-2007, it was seriously in danger of collapse. In 2017, Bali also authored a plain language guidebook for parents entitled New Zealand Secondary Schools and Your Child, published by David Bateman Books. And together with co-author and education researcher Dr. Michael Johnson, Bali recently completed the manuscript of a third book, which aims to bring evidence-based rationality to what they see as an increasingly polarised public debates regarding the relationships between men and women. These debates concern an array of issues, including poor health outcomes, high rates of suicide and imprisonment, and education systems that are failing boys and young men, and issues of ongoing concern to women, including sexual harassment, domestic violence, sexual violence, pay inequality, low representation in organisational leadership, and unpaid domestic work. Following his time at NZQA, Bali was appointed principal of Te Ora College in the Cook Islands from 2012 to 2015, a position part-funded by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Trade. Since then, he has divided his time between educational consultancy work, various governance appointments, and local community leadership contributions. In 2018, Bali was appointed by Cabinet to chair the Tomorrow Schools Independent Task Force. The task force undertook the first comprehensive review of the compulsory schooling system in 30 years. Notably, it was the only committee or working group across the government's ambitious Kōrero Mātauranga and education work programme that was fully independent in terms of the freedom to gather evidence and make recommendations as it saw fit. The process took 15 months and involved large-scale consultation with education agencies and peak bodies, the schooling sector, local communities throughout the country, intensive international research, and regular contact with government and opposition political parties. The task force attended over 100 meetings and received over 2,000 submissions and over 3,000 online survey responses. The government accepted almost all of the task force's 52 final recommendations. In 2021, Bali was made a member of the New Zealand Order of Merit for services to education governance. Throughout his various careers in state education in Aotearoa, New Zealand, Bali has given and continues to give outstanding public service. His passion for and dedication to greater equity and social justice through high quality, locally accessible state schooling are widely recognised and respected, as is his enthusiasm to engage with those who hold different views on the best means to achieve valued schooling ends, and his willingness to reconsider his position when the evidence or arguments are persuasive. Bali Hark is a very worthy recipient of this award. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present Iqbal Manzoor Bali Hark for graduation in the degree of Doctor of Education, honoris causa of this university.
It is now my great pleasure to invite Dr. Hark to address the graduates.
Wow. Pro-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, kia ora. That was quite something, wasn't it? I want to sincerely thank the university for the generosity and kindness I have been shown. I'm humbled and, of course, delighted. When Barry Finch, principal of New Plymouth Spotswood College, took a punt and made me his deputy last century, I knew I was in trouble. Boys' discipline, running boys' assemblies, litter, uniform enforcement were listed as some of my more important responsibilities. I found myself floundering, was pulling up socks and quelling chaotic boys to be my mission in life, I was thinking. In desperation, I decided to apply for the part-time extramural Master of Educational Administration at Massey University. In those days, Massey sent out readings in enormous booklets. They were like bricks. They were huge. I loved the way they smelled. So much more satisfying than Google Docs. I was forced then to comprehend stuff that at first was totally incomprehensible, write stuff that actually had some rigor, and do stuff in my school that had some sort of research base. As I progressed, my professional landscape was gradually expanded. It was absolutely wonderful. I could handle the chaotic boys, get the socks pulled up, and think seriously about leadership, curriculum, teaching, professional learning, all at the same time. I got promoted to be principal then at Tamatea High School in Napier. What a courageous board that was. There was, I was told, a sustained, stunned, community-wide silence when it was announced that this Pakistani man with a brown face and a strange name was about to descend on them. But I can report I was warmly welcomed, and I finished my MEd admin with second-class honours at Tamatea in 1995, 5 years after I'd begun it. I was appointed principal of Papakura's Rosehill College and then Pakuranga College, both large secondary schools with their own challenges. I dealt there with low teacher morale, curriculum change, financial meltdowns, and student insurrections. I was ready to quit at least 3 times, especially after making, in hindsight, awful mistakes. But I persisted, and I think we made some important headway for both schools. I jumped at the chance of joining NZQA as Deputy CEO in charge of NCA. It was very unusual for a mere school principal to be appointed to a senior job in the Wellington bureaucracy. I soon worked out why. I almost had a nervous breakdown and had to seek professional help. Blasted into the media circus and the bureaucratic maze was not for the faint-hearted. I learned at NZQA that public service bureaucrats can be inward-looking, insular, and impossible. But given the right conditions and leadership, they can also be outstanding, brilliant, and dedicated. After almost 6 years in the eye of the NCEA storm, I left NZQA with a sense of job done and spent the next 3 years leading the National College of the Cook Islands, where I learned that great teachers can make magic happen with almost no resources, but they can have disastrous impacts if they are not trained or supported properly. On my return home, the government asked me to lead a task force to look at how schools run in New Zealand. We produced a transformational interim report which proposed a much more equitable and collaborative way of operating and offered much more support, particularly to less advantaged school communities. Our recommendations outraged quite a few people, particularly those who were already advantaged. We soon realised there was no way we would get this through. And so our final report was more conciliatory and therefore largely accepted by the government. We could still, we decided, make progress. Unfortunately, even our conciliatory recommendations are currently in danger of being lost in a fog of incoherent and badly managed education reform. I fear the same for health. It's a worry. But, encouraged by important colleagues, I remain mainly optimistic. And when I'm able, I pester and harangue those in power, even though I know they are working hard under extreme pressure to get it right. So I've come to believe it's always possible to make things better, but it's hardly ever an easy or complete process. If it were, of course, we would have fixed everything to perfection already. There will always be setbacks, and the going may well be tough. But my experience is that you can always help to make a difference. On that note, I want to offer my congratulations to you all for making it here to receive your awards. I hope you enjoy and savour your success, and please don't ever underestimate what you've achieved and what it is possible for you to achieve in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Huck. We will now proceed with the conferment of degrees and the awarding of university diplomas and certificates. Dr. Karen Aspin and Dr. Jared Carpendale, senior lecturers from the Institute of Education, will call the names of graduates and recipients of certificates and diplomas in the College of Humanities and Social Sciences. Professor Cynthia White, Pro-Vice-Chancellor, College of Humanities and Social Sciences, will hand out the parchments.
Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Diploma for Education Support Workers the candidate I am about to name, Karina Marie Davidson. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Diploma of Learning and Teaching the candidates I am about to name, Amy Kate Bishop. Brooke Brockman Palmer. Sarah Charlotte Corney. Sarah Jane Crook. Danielle Louise de Berg. Ryan James Doubledam. Caitlin Rose Edmonds. Sarah Lee Finlayson. Daniel James Hodgetts. Amanda Marie Houlihan. Malia Lucia Latu Kafusi. Anna Melody Lambert. Crystal Jane Leota. Levia Rachel Leah. Emily Rose Longstaff. Liam Alexander McKnight. Annalise Mariana Nikorima. Hayden Ross O'Neill. Rachel Perigo. Cullen Grant Peters. Sophie Rebecca Richardson. Eliana Robin Rustenberg. Paige Marie Ruawai. Morgan Claire Scott. Rachel Elizabeth Smith. Vanessa Amy Smith. Charlotte Sophia Stock. Sarah Elizabeth Thompson. Valeria Elizabeth Tokoa. Shayla Alice Kilcolly Trelevin. Tori Miriam Jessif Tuau. Anamika Adrian Van Fleet. Finn Jason Zylermaker. Thank you, Pro-Chancellor.
Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Diploma of Teaching Primary the candidates I am about to name. Hayley Louise Adams. Kendall Brooke Hawea Fake. Finda Hope. Jared Douglas King. Brandy May McGrath. Rere Kohu Pe Whairani. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Graduate Diploma of Teaching Secondary the candidates I am about to name. Madeline J. Beckley. Sarah Rose Diamond. Natalie Jones. Laurel Naran. Samuel Albert Wilburn. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in Education the candidates I am about to name. Bridget Susan Fordyce with distinction. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in Specialist Teaching the candidates I am about to name. Helen Elizabeth Bell. Robin Maria Melinda Brada with distinction. Kirsten Mary Main with distinction. Rebecca Lee Martin. Andrea Seed with distinction. Rebecca Lissa Wells with distinction. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the graduation in the degree of Master of Counselling Studies the graduates I am about to name. Sansia Bree Duncan. Laura Joan Valvin. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Master of Education the graduates I am about to name. Clement Michael Mustian. Tara Jane Wingfield, with distinction. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for the Postgraduate Diploma in Educational and Developmental Psychology the candidate I am about to name, Hannah Elizabeth Wellman, with distinction. Pro-Chancellor, the degrees are also conferred and the certificates and diplomas are also awarded to those who are in absentia. Thank you, Pro-Chancellor.
It is now my great pleasure to invite Robert Buckland to make the valedictory address on behalf of the students. Robert Buckland was, if I can see him, yeah. Robert Buckland was born and raised in rural Gloucestershire, England, and enjoyed all the adventures that a country life there offered. In 1989, Rob joined the Royal Air Force as a young military policeman and pursued his career until, although believing he didn't have an academic bone in his body, embarked on 3 years of night classes to gain access to a tertiary education. To his amazement, he later graduated from Nottingham Trent University with Bachelor of Science and Honours in Environmental Health, and went on to hold a number of local government enforcement roles across the United Kingdom. The draw or the pull back into uniform, however, was always very strong, and after a family move to New Zealand in 2008, Rob joined the New Zealand Army as an environmental health officer. Major Buckland has held a number of positions, including Senior Technical Advisor for Force Health Protection, and his current role, Advisor Health Strategy and Intelligence for the Defence Health Directorate based in Wellington. While at Massey University and with the support of the New Zealand Army Kippenberger Scholarship, Rob has completed a Master of Health Science, Occupational Health and Safety with distinction. Rob's professional and academic interests span the occupational and environmental health spectrum, but particularly military noise-induced hearing loss and the challenges of education and behaviour modification. Please join me in a very warm welcome, Robert Buckland.
E ngā mana, e ngā reo, e ngā rangatira, mā kua tai mai nei, mō tēnei whakapōtautanga, tēnā koutou katoa. Pro-Chancellor, Vice-Chancellor, whānau and friends, graduates. It is a genuine honour and a privilege to be asked to speak on behalf of you all at what is an incredibly significant milestone in your academic careers. You should be incredibly proud of what you've achieved and overcome during your time with Massey University that's brought you to this moment. If taking on the challenge of study in itself wasn't enough, the bombardment of COVID impacts and just the uncertainty of what the days, weeks, months ahead might bring all conspired to destabilise you, knock you off course, and frustrate you as you pursued your ultimate goal. Ka rawe, you made it. Your self-belief, mahi, and dedication has paid off, and I applaud you for it. I want to take a moment to acknowledge and thank all of the university staff, without exception, who journeyed with us. If it wasn't for their willingness and ability to adapt, their unwavering support and encouragement, along with answering countless calls for help, most of which were mine, none of this would have been possible. And it's on that note of support and encouragement that I would like to share a short story with you. It's one that proved pivotal in my academic career and pertinent, I feel, today. Many, many years ago, on the eve of a human biology written exam, my dedicated tutor, Alan, had serious concern about my poor grasp of genetics. Now, I mean no offence to those of you who find genetics stimulating. I didn't. It just didn't seem to click with me. So the problem, you see, was a genetics question worth significant marks, hence Alan's determination to get me through. So what transpired was a late night, read several hours, of total immersion genetics, fueled by a jumbo packet of Kit Kats. Finally, I was ready. I'd secured what knowledge we thought I required to get through, provided I held on to it until the next day. So, on the morning of the exam, I frantically rifled through those pages, eagerly searching for the dreaded genetics question. I looked, and I looked again. There was no genetics question. Not one. Nothing even close. Astonished, elated, almost disappointed, I composed myself, I cracked on, and ultimately I passed the exam. I think it took some time for me to realise that it wasn't that we dedicated hours to studying genetics that was the lesson here. Indeed, reflecting on the wonderful support that we've all received from Massey, I can attest it was having somebody truly believe in me that made the difference. You see, it was the Kit Kat moment I remember, not the genetics. That support and belief was the catalyst. And ultimately, it's what's encouraged me into further study and to the point that finds me standing in front of an auditorium full of successful graduates with bright futures. And I have to say, it's a very humbling experience. However, I believe what goes around comes around, and your success comes with some responsibility. My challenge, therefore, to you now is to lead, inspire, support and believe in others. Grab those opportunities to uphold and applaud those who may be struggling. Guide and motivate those who are navigating their own journey of learning. These opportunities may be like short Kit Kat moments, or they may be enduring commitments to friends and whānau. But they all play a vital part in nurturing a rich culture of learning across Aotearoa. I wish you all the very best for your future endeavours, whether it's continuing your academic journeys or embarking on an exciting new career. E tu kahi katia, hai whakapai ururoa, awhi mai, awhi atu, tatou tatou e. Stand like the kahikatia, brave the storms, embrace and receive. We are one together. Ngā mihi nui.
Thank you, Robert, for your valedictory address. We will now proceed with the doctoral conferments.
Pro-Chancellor, a doctorate, either a PhD or a professional named doctorate, is the highest research degree awarded by the university. The successful completion of a doctorate represents a significant achievement through the submission of a written, sustained piece of research expressed in the production of a written thesis of no more than 100,000 words, or a creative work of equivalent size and scope, or via a series of publications. Candidates are expected to make an original contribution to knowledge in a specific field of study. Candidates will typically spend 3 to 4 years of full-time research, solving a problem or addressing a particular set of questions. An international panel of experts then examines the resulting body of work through both written and oral examination. Doctoral research is challenging and represents a huge commitment to advancing research and scholarship. We honour the achievements of our doctoral graduates by inviting them to come onto the stage, thereby formally welcoming them into the academic and scholarly community and acknowledging their entitlement to be called Doctor. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Doctor of Education the graduate I am about to name. Julie Margaret White. Pro-Chancellor, Maths and Kia ora. Maths anxiety, a pervasive phenomenon globally, may impact mathematics achievement and interfere with careers. Ms. White has provided a valuable insight into the personal histories and professional lives of primary teachers who experience maths anxiety. She found that anxiety responses were wide-ranging, management strategies were specific to distinct situations, anxiety was kept hidden, and professional development intensified anxiety. Pro-Chancellor, Dr. White. Pro-Chancellor, I have the honour to present for graduation in the degree of Doctor of Philosophy the graduates I am about to name. Nicola Mary Vijay, Doctoral Scholar. Ms. Vijay's research developed an in silico human stomach with correctly informed anatomical and physiological data. Ms. Vijay's research results suggest that intragastric pressure influences gastric emptying, not the peristaltic movement of the stomach wall, and this will have implications for the future of food and drug delivery design. Pro-Chancellor, Dr. Vijay. Marie Catherine Sheard. Defence nurses are known to face challenges balancing their military responsibilities with their accountabilities to nursing regulatory authorities. Ms. Sheard found that in the New Zealand Defence Force, complex interactions between organisational culture and nursing practice behaviours negatively impacted upon nurse autonomy, which calls into question the safety and quality of care delivered to service personnel. Pro-Chancellor, Dr. Sheard. Thank you, Pro-Chancellor. Would all our graduates please stand? He honore nui te whakatau atu I a koutou, hei raukura o te kuninga ki pure hurua. It is my great honour to welcome you as alumni of Massey University. The award of a university degree carries many privileges, but like all privileges, it also carries responsibilities. I charge you as graduates of Massey University to use what you have learnt for your own betterment and for the benefit of your communities. I charge you to use the skills and knowledge you have acquired with rigour and integrity, and to commit yourselves to a program of lifelong learning and discovery. I charge you to remember the lessons Massey University has taught you about the worth of others, particularly those who've not had the opportunities that you have had. I charge you to set goals and to continue the hard work that has brought you so far. And in all that you do, I charge you to be deserving of the good name of Massey University. Congratulations. You can now be seated. Thank you, Pro-Chancellor.
So, in more than one way, thank you, Vice-Chancellor. At the conclusion of this ceremony, guests are requested to remain in their seats until the processions have assembled in Broadway Avenue. Please then join our celebratory procession to the square, where we hope you'll mix and mingle with your graduates, staff, family and friends who have all been part of your graduate's successful journey to today and into the future. Formally, I declare this congregation to be adjourned. Please join with us in singing the national anthem, God Defend New Zealand, the words of which will be shown on the screen. Please stand.
Kia piri, kia tato maira, ki taku taha.
Thank you.